Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I thought we'd do something a little bit different. And yes, construction is back. I have no idea when they're taking their lunch break. So we're going to forge ahead. I have already put on my foundation. I'm wearing the Dior Face and Body because I'm wearing a new white shirt that I love. I found it on Mango. And it's something Trinity London always talks about. I think it's called a broderie anglaise. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's this kind of, stitching, blah 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 kind of a thing. And so I did a search for it, and I found it on Mango. And then as I was looking, I saw that this shirt apparently is 100% a dupe from an Isabelle Marant et Trois shirt, which is about $400, and this was like $100. So I'm super thrilled, but I don't want to get makeup on it. So I put on the Dior Face and Body. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I have on. And I thought we would do the Beautylish thing. So Beautylish had an event, and it's the first time I partook of this event a couple of weeks ago, where you get, I think, a $10 certificate off for your next purchase for every $100 you spend. I'm a little fuzzy on it. I haven't received anything. I spent a lot, but I didn't get that much. There's nothing new out, so I thought, how am I going to do this? So the first thing I did was I got a new cheek brush. I'm loving my Chikuhodo brushes so much for the eyes. I thought, I use this Wayne Goss one every single day. Maybe, time to bring another brush, another shape into the fold. And this is what I got. I love this. So I've had these things for a couple of weeks. And this is the Z4. I think it's called Cheek and Highlighter. So soft. It's softer than my Syrah brush. Now maybe that's because it's smaller, so I can really feel it. But I feel like if I had two of these, I could do the most wondrous lymphatic massage. It would be just like angels and cherubs kissing your face. Love. I'm talking about that because the product that I got for the cheek is a cream. So we're not going to be using the Chikuhodo right now. So let me just start with eyes, because we're going to do eyes first. On their site, Charlotte Tilbury had stuff on sale, which is unheard of. And I got 2 quads. So here's the story between me and Charlotte Tilbury. I find that her prices are a little bit too high. I find that for $5, $10 more, you can get the mid-size of a Natasha Denona, which has a lot more variety in it. I also find that she generally doesn't have any mattes. So I know she has at least one quad that is all mattes, but when you open these up, there's nothing matte going on. So I got Uptown Girl and the Rock Chick because I've been dying for gray palette, which appears to be as rare as a 4-leaf clover. I'm not really sure why. And since these were on sale, I thought, let me give Charlotte another try. I'm not going to do a full thing because these eyes can be really super dark if you use every single shade. If you're interested in seeing me doing one eye to the next to see what the difference might be, let me know, and I will. But I'm just going to take Chikuhodo and dip in with some of my new brushes and do just a really light kind of a gray wash. I think I want to do something kind of pink and pale gray and leave it at that. I think I'm going to go with the Rock Chick with this color. It's kind of a satin, and I'm going to pick it up with the Ray Morris, and we're just going to kind of see what happens. Again, just like a haze. There's a teeny bit of moisturizer, sunscreen, whatever on my eyes, and just do a nice little haze. The reason I've been wanting a gray palette is if you watch movies or TV shows and really take a look at the makeup that they put on the women, usually in the eyes you will find taupe or gray, depending on the color of their skin and the color of their eyes. Because what they're looking to do is just give shape and definition to the eye. They don't want their character to look like they're into makeup, because that's too distracting from the character and the story by extension. And I thought that was a worthy goal and one that I wanted to pursue. So I do have some flinty shades that would do this job, but not necessarily a palette. I just wanted to try in with the Chikuhodo, and just going to blend this out. So it just fades into the rest of the eye. And then check this mirror to see that I've given myself a little bit of shape. So it's not precise where you're putting the placement, and it shouldn't look like an Instagram story, you know? It should just be like so. Now we're going to go in with the blush. We'll finish the eyes. We'll do a little bit of lining, we'll do a little bit of mascara, but I kind of wanted to move on first because I'm so impatient. Kjaer Weis Cream Blush. I've heard about this for years, how wonderful it is. I've never tried it, and so I did. I got the color Blossoming, which is a pale pink. Again, online it's kind of hard to tell what you're getting. I was a little surprised it was this light, but oh well. Let me just show you on the finger. I mean, it's pretty close to my skin tone, really. Of my fingers, anyway. And just kind of move that around with the fingers. Again, you could use a stippling brush, you could use a beauty blender, but I think fingers work very nicely. Oh, my under eyes. Glory be to God. Awful. I just got 2 new moisturizers for under my eyes, and I thought I'll use one which is more hydrating, and then I'll lock it in with the other which is a little heavier. Just the teeniest bit. I didn't go crazy, but I'm creasing, which I always do, but I think I might be creasing more than usual. And this kind of color I think is totally appropriate on the fatty parts, the apples of your cheeks, if you have that kind of face structure where you have apples. It's fresh. And more importantly, it's different than anything else I have. So I did find the Charlotte Tilbury things on sale, which is why I got them. Then I wanted to go for things that I've never had before, I've never tried before. The Kjaer Weis. Got that. Check. I do want to line a little bit, so I'm going to pull out a different Charlotte Tilbury, I think. If I can find her, it is called Verushka, and it's a grayish color. It's a little bit cloudy today, so the light you'll see is changing. Like now, the light is beautiful because the sun's here, and in a minute, that will no longer be the case. So Verushka, which is a grayish color, I'm just going to rub it into my lash line. It's not really about having something terribly defined. In fact, I wish there was a smudger on the other side of this. And then I'm going to do the waterline. Again, rubbing it really, trying to work it in between the lashes and get the waterline as well. And then I'm going to steal from Victoria Beckham her smudger, which is the best smudger. It's just not hard like so many smudgers that kind of hurt. Of course, it was developed to work with her formula, but I think it's working just fine here. Brows done. I think it's possible. I did the blue lizard the other day. I honestly think there's still blue lizard in my eyebrows because this is a weird eyebrow look for me. But we're going to work with it. And mascara. You know what? I am going to use the Chikuhodo. I'm going to use it for bronzing. So this is actually a blush color from Surat that I love. I got it as a nude blush, but I thought, oh, you know what? This is a pretty darn good bronzer for me. And that is in the color Chaleur. Beautiful brush. You must try this brush. If you're in the market, let me put it another way. If you're in the market for a new cheek brush, that is a beautiful one. And I feel like it'd be worth it to have two. One you could use for powder and one you could use for bronzer and blush. All right, now let's move on to the other two products that I got. I got two lip colors. So Tom Ford was on sale. When does that ever happen? I'm not a huge Tom Ford person. I look at their quads and I think, I don't know, they all seem kind of the same. There's no mattes in them. The same kind of issues I have with Charlotte Tilbury, where I have to have a matte. And I have two, the one Visionaire, which is now on sale, and the one that is the African Violet, which I love. It's probably the most colorful one that they have, and the others just don't really do anything for me. The foundations I've never been interested in. Of course, their lipsticks, I have a couple, and the lipsticks are so creamy and smell divine. But that's about it. You probably have heard me say this before, but balms and me, it's tricky. It has to be the right color. I decided if it's a bright color, it's a no. But this particular balm was on sale, so I got it. So this is the Ultra Shine Lip Color in Nubile. And I don't know how to describe it. I see there could be a little pink in here, but I see warmth as well, like a terracotta pink, maybe. Let's give it a try. And it smells just delicious. There should be an ice cream called Tom Ford lipstick. And I think it's very pretty. Again, as usual, I don't know why. I'm just not 100% super comfortable with balms like this. And when I say super comfortable, I mean aesthetically, it feels fine. It looks fine. It just doesn't, I don't know. So let's take this off, and I'm going to show you another new lip color, which again isn't going to go with what I'm doing here. Do you recognize this red velvet and big S, the Superman S? Voila! Oh, I probably should have done it this way. I saw a movie about a magician this weekend, The Prestige. Really good movie. But I have questions. Sisley, Paris, which I've never tried any of their stuff. I have seen Sisley at Saks for years and years and years, and it never really interested me. And I believe at one point in time, this brand, or there was another brand called Sisley as well, was a little bit of a younger brand, and it didn't interest me. So I don't know if I had those two things confused in my head, or if they changed their branding. But I don't know. It's just, it's a place I never went to, so I thought, why not do it now? Now this packaging it's fun. It's not my style, but okay, I get it, kind of 70s glam. But I'm surprised that this isn't heavy, especially since this lipstick I think is more expensive than the Tom Ford. I would expect something really weighty for the money, but it's quite light, so I'm surprised. What I really like about this though is the cut. Because my lips are uneven, and because I'm older and I have, lines and stuff, it's hard for me to find liners that work for me. I know there are many fine liners out there, and the new ones with the odd shapes from M Cosmetics and from Patrick Ta, they're hard for me. There's issues going on with the lips that I don't understand. But with this, I kind of put it on the side and put the color really exactly and specifically where I want it. So I am a big, big fan of this cut of the bullet. So let's put it on. Let me give you a little swatchy-rooney. I'm going to do this lightly because this is moving around a little bit. But this is the Sisley. And if this is a rose terracotta, this is much more like a terracotta. Okay, now, really light hand, and I just use this to put the color exactly where I want it after getting that first coat on, kind of all over. Oops, went a little bit over there. So if you do use the tip in that manner, don't go hard or you're going to lose the tip. I'm really afraid I'm going to lose the tip. This is Beige Bali, and I think these are very, very comfortable. I would not mind at all investigating some more colors from this line. I think it's, again, the color's a little bit outside my range, and I'm not 100% sure it's me, and it's definitely not what I am picturing in my head for today. So let me find something that I like better. So one of the things I did, you guys, when we didn't have power from Thursday afternoon, like at 4, until Sunday morning at 2:30 in the morning, was clean. Because, you know, dusting, cleaning windows, cleaning out drawers and that kind of stuff, you don't need power for that. And I cleaned this area. So I used to have here these little boxes that are the Tatcha boxes. I'll show you because I still have one here. This is the box that the Tatcha oil comes in, and I have it, these are my concealers and mascaras and lip moisturizers. And then I had 2 on this side and 1 on this side of lipsticks, but I put everything in different boxes and I put them over in the corner. I also took all my palettes that I kind of had out in boxes away. So now when I am planning what I'm going to do, it's not like I can turn around and look at this box and go, yeah, I think I'm going to do that one. I actually have to, you know, out of sight, out of mind kind of a thing. It's good and bad, because sometimes you look at something and say, oh, I haven't used that in a long time, but now I'd have to open all 3 boxes to do that. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. It might make me more inspired, it might make me less inspired. It will be interesting, but I do feel nice that I don't have so much going on my teeny little table now, I have to say. And the reason I went into this tangent was, I'm like, oh yeah, what color am I going to get? Oh no, I have to pull out some of these boxes. So this is Revlon Shine, I think. It's called Beaming Strawberry, and this was, again, something that the lovely Alana Davison put on her face, and I thought, I love that. That is the perfect color. But I think it's the perfect color on her. Because my skin tone, I don't think it's the same. And also, as I said, there's no accounting for settings and lights and all that kind of stuff. Things don't always look the way you want them to look. These are so comfortable. It's crazy if you haven't tried one of these. I don't think they have a lot of colors, but I bought this when it first came out, so maybe they do now. Really comfortable. So there's a nice little neutrally pink, or I thought maybe this one, which is Prima Donna from Pat McGrath. I feel that it's possible. I think that did it. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of wanted a pastel-y kind of lip and cheek and a grayish eye. And there you have it. OMG. Is this a weird video or not? Do you guys like it when I kind of just put stuff on? It's not a tutorial, and none of these products are new. They're just new to me. Let me know if you do or not. But anyway, what do I think? I think this is fine. I don't think it's anything magical, anything different. As far as the texture goes, it feels, you know, similar to other creams. It has an emollient nature to it, but of course this is clean, and this is recyclable, but I wouldn't say formula-wise it's anything unusual or special. What do I think about these? I really didn't try them. If you want me to do one eye one, one eye the other, let me know. I would be happy to do that. And in so doing, you will see why I have a problem with these palettes. But I also feel like now that I have some really great brushes that I'm deeply and oddly in love with, maybe I can make these work a little bit better. Maybe, maybe not. Let me know. I'll do it if you want. Otherwise, nah, I'll just keep it to myself. The Sisley Le Fido Rouge. This is a very nice formulation. And the color is lovely. It's just not my groove. I would absolutely be interested in seeing these, but I kind of want to see them in person, to be perfectly honest with you. And the High Shine by Tom Ford, also comfortable, not as comfortable as this. I mean, it's not bad for lip balm. Lip balms are very tough for me. I find a lot of them to be heavy, and I don't care for them. This one seems to be pretty comfortable, so it's a nice product. And the color, again, outside my wheelhouse. This brush, insane, so pretty. Feels so nice. I can't even tell you. I've been kissed by the gods. And that's it. Should I take my hair down? I don't know if, I couldn't figure out if hair down would work with all this stuff going on up here. If it would be, it wouldn't be, I don't know. But there it is. Oh my God. I yak too much. I make it too much like you're there and we're talking while we're putting on makeup, as opposed to presenting it like a newscaster, although sometimes I do that as well. And again, yak. I'm going through something over here. Anyway, you guys, that is the goodies I got at the Beautylish sale and my thoughts about them. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. I'd like to hear back from you on the Charlotte Tilbury thing if you want me to do that. And that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope maybe you had a little fun. If nothing else, laugh at me if you can't laugh with me, because today would be a day to laugh at me, I think. And maybe I might have shown you some colors that you haven't seen yet. Maybe it was helpful to you. But most of all, I hope you come back again. And until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.